Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, my name is Bhavya. I work for University of Toronto in Rotman Commerce, which is the undergraduate school of business.
Okay.
And so we work with like any students from like first to fourth year, specializing in commerce. And then this is like part of like one of the programs that I run because we don't really have co-op here. So students like try to like find ways of like doing things during their term time. So this is like a side volunteer project they kind of work on,
Okay.
and that's where like it was really driven from. So I saw like the experiences you had posted. There's some similar things that like are we've done in past, specifically to this program. But I actually have a presentation prepared for you, if that's okay.
Yeah,
It'll
that's
only
fine.
take
I don't
10
mind.
minutes just to like walk you through the program, and then we'll talk about you, your organization, and how you see us fitting.
That's
Um,
good.
awesome. Okay, so let me just share my screen.
Share, allow. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Can you see it?
I can. No, yeah, I can.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yes. So like I mentioned, there's no co-op, so we like run programs on the side that really just benefit students from gaining some real world experience. And so Consult for Impact was designed in the mind for any students who's starting to think about like, is consulting a future for them? And also like a lot of times what happens is our students are really just doing their internships during the summertime. And because it's so limited, they just tend to like work for like bigger banks and industries that are just like more upscale. And so there's never an opportunity really to like, be able to work on with smaller scale organizations or nonprofits, NGOs, like social startups that are doing more meaningful work in the community. So
Mhm.
through this program, we actually connect with different NPOs, social startups, bring them to our students just so they can learn the work that you're doing, but also like, contribute in your own way. So that's just a little bit just of the Consult for Impact. So it's fully geared towards like upper year students. When I say that, I just mean anybody starting like second year can participate in this program because at this point, they have kind of had that research experience. They are starting to think about what career choices they want. So like starting second year, anybody can participate in this. And it's a fully pro bono consulting experience. So it's not tied to any of the courses. Like the students are not getting paid for this work. This is just a volunteer thing that they do on the side on top of their coursework. We're not asking any client to pay for anything. It's just like that structured learning space where you take the benefit of the work that student is doing, and our students benefit from working from a real world client. So that's the program itself. So what do we provide to you as a client if you participate with us in the program? So like I said, there's students. You depending on like how big your project scope is, we will pair you up with 4 to 6 students. Each student is from different year or mix of different years. So it won't be that like I'll give you all year twos. It'll be year two, year three, year four. And then we also have senior and junior leads on the team. So that way, like you're not supervising like these 6 multiple people. There's one point of contact as a student who will take care of like all the communication. And then the junior lead really just takes care of like all of the admin stuff. And they all work together on the project itself. I try to make sure like when I'm coming up with teams, like everybody's coming with a different skill set to balance out the diversity of the students that you get to work with. So that's, good in the side of like if you have a marketing project or if you have like standard research that you're seeing based on their experience, they can pick up tasks as they see fit. Then we also don't expect to teach our clients to teach students about consulting. Like that's not what you're here for. We actually have the client really just focus on the project scope and their organization, and we bring a professional coach out from outside who's currently in the industry, is a consultant, has worked with nonprofits, social startups, and they kind of like know how to like go about this. So they come and do different workshops with them throughout the term to teach them different skills with consulting. And then as a final deliverable, you will get a comprehensive 25 to 30 page report for all the things that they have been asked for, as well as like an executive summary, which is the presentation that they do for you at the end of the term. And then we also have like writing and presentation coaches with us in-house who vet their work, make sure like it's up to the mark before it's kind of like given to you. And then I'm obviously available for all sorts of like things that just come up from organization to any issues that might arise. So I'm like available. So that's what you get as a client. And then what do we ask from you as a client is basically to give us a relevant business question, a project scope that you feel like your organization is currently facing or needs support with. We also ask that on the side you provide them any documents that will be helpful for them to like review in advance, things about your organization, any strategic planning documents, any market research, any things you've tried in the past, basically, so they're not duplicating any of the work. Our students do sign an NDA, so that just so you know, like it's a fully secured space, like they're not allowed to like share any of your documents outside of like their own team. And
Okay.
then lastly, we only ask having like a dedicated point of contact who's like able to like meet with them often, answer any questions, and just give them that mentorship piece. Um, we give that mentorship piece to the students. We don't tell you how many times you should be meeting the students. What I say is like more successful projects are the ones that are meeting with students every 2 to the 3rd week, just to keep a track of their progress and give them feedback. The goal really is that by the time the presentation and report comes to you, there's no surprises in it. It's just the integration part at that point, and you just see the flow of the work. So like just being able to like check in and answer all those questions for them. Two more things. So one thing is, like I mentioned, it's a volunteer work, so students are not getting paid. They only work 5 hours a week per student on this project.
Okay.
So our students are not able to implement any of the solutions for you. Their job is purely consulting, purely research work, and giving you options. As a client, it's your job to like pick that option and like find a way to like implement them. And
Okay.
then also, we just ask if there's changes in the project scope that you need to do midterm, then please just let me know first in advance. I just want to make sure if I chat with the students to see if that change is like feasible or not at that point. And lastly, this is our program structure. So we run this program both fall term and winter term. So right now I'm like recruiting client for fall term. So like I'm in the client phase. Applications are now open for students to sign up as well. And then August they go through a thorough interview process to like get into the program. And then September to November is when they're working with you, working with the coach, and like actually working on the project. And December first week is when they do the final delivery of the project to you. So that's pretty much it. A lot of information dumping, but it was just to get you an idea of like what the program looks like. Maybe now we can talk a little bit more about you and the organization and what kind of support you think will be the best fit for this project.
I think that I have several projects. I think I listed
Yeah.
this up under the TMT OTT project. Is that the project that we're on? And say
Uh,
for me, is it Bivia?
it's Bhavya. Yeah, yeah.
Bhavya. Bhavya.
Yes, yes,
Bhavya. I think it was for the TMT OTT project.
yes.
Um,
The educators program, I
okay,
think.
community
Yes.
educators. Okay, so the
Yeah.
community educators is actually us really not really consulting to say how we should enter the market for
Yes.
attracting professionals for micro schools. So
Yes.
there's a movement in America. Trump is dismantling our
Yes.
Department of
Yes.
Education, and I'm like, yay! Everybody else is mad, but our
Yes.
students are. We're spending the most amount of students, and we've got a school to prison pipeline. They
Yes. Okay.
um imprisoning
Yes.
Aboriginal and African Americans. And so I applaud Trump's decision to dismantle it because there's no way that we should be producing students who can't read our constitution.
Yes. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
should not be producing students and using the school system to warehouse people. And
Yes.
so what's going to happen is that we're going to have to go back to the community stance to be able to educate our kids and stop being a nation of people that just sends their kids somewhere for 7 to 3 o'clock. The nation goes to work and there's no one at home taking care of these kids.
Mm. Yes. Yeah.
And so this will be a call to have educators. We actually would work with them on a consulting basis, my staff,
Mhm.
me, to
Mhm.
be able to extract their professional
Mm.
knowledge to make
Yes.
micro classes for
Yes.
students in science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
Right.
We need a
Okay.
go-to market strategy for
Yes.
for that.
Yes, yeah. So I'm guessing like their work simply would be just to research if there are similar things out there, how they have implemented, what are the best ways to like put them together, and how
List
do
of
you
how
go?
to attract those people, what's the
Yes,
customer journey to be able to
yes,
attract those professionals, and
yeah,
what we should have, and what should be the onboarding process to be
yes,
able to get them to a place where then they're sitting in front of someone like me saying, "Okay, tell me about your work. What do you want to see done?"
yes,
And it
yeah,
would actually be creating a residual for those professionals to be able to
yes.
earn passive income.
Yes, yeah, and that totally sounds in the on the intersection of commerce, we've done education related projects similar that have
Mhm.
worked on outreach. So this is something that I feel like is very doable for our students. So I don't think there should be a problem there. In terms of like the timeline, like would you be interested in the fall term or the winter term? Like what does the timeline look like for you?
Fall starts what? August?
It will start like mid-September.
Yes, that fall. I mean, because if we can
Yeah.
get a plan for that submitted to us, maybe we can start to get a team to start to implement some of those things
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
for next spring semester or winter
Yes,
semester.
exactly. Yeah. So like they'll work with you September, October, November, and December is when you'll have the final delivery of like all the things that they've found for you. So I think
Okay.
that gives you enough time as well. In terms of the time difference, are you so this will I'm assuming everything will be virtual at this point. Are you okay with like the average time difference here and
Yeah,
there?
we had a last our last group was from Canada. We had from
Okay, okay.
Alberta. So we had from
Oh,
Alberta.
but
Is
okay.
is Alberta in the same time zone as you guys?
Yes, no, actually, that is a little bit behind.
Okay.
Alberta, BC is like a 3 to 4 hour difference, depending on like where exactly we're situated. We're more closer to, I think, your time. Like I said, there's only an hour difference.
Okay,
Uh,
okay,
so I
okay.
don't think
Well,
that's a
that's
big
even
deal.
better. That's even better.
Yes, yeah, yeah, exactly. So I don't think that should be an issue. And that's something like you'll work with the students to like find, they'll let you know their availability and then you find a time together. So yeah.
Okay.
So my question to you is like, do you think like you know for a fact you want to participate, like, or do you need time to think about this
No,
and come
no,
back?
we need to we've got several projects, and as
Yes,
I find a school that helps me with that particular project, I can strike that off. I can tell you about what how I work with them. I do work with them with project management software.
yes,
So I kind of treat them like they are an external like a contracted team of ours.
yes, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And what I do is I put their deliverables there. They get an
Yes.
onboarding that gets
Okay.
them the time. And what I probably do is do one or onboarding for all of the projects
Yes, yeah.
at one time. And then they may be even meeting with other students, depending on how many students we get, such that
Yes,
I'm meeting with the project managers, and the
yes,
project manager, and it's like a board meeting of them giving me a report on what their team has done.
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then usually I assign somebody that maybe is my client to
Yes,
to actually, or maybe some of the people we have working at staff as
yes,
as with the general team to make sure the general team
yeah,
getting questions answered and I'm getting a report back before they step into
yes,
what we consider
yeah.
the board meeting with the project managers.
Yes, yeah. Okay, yeah, that sounds similar. You see as it fits and like you onboard them based on that. I will say they might need a little bit more support in the start because like, they're coming from a Canadian international lens versus like understanding education system in US and how
Okay.
it's different. So they probably will need you to like do a little bit of onboarding in that capacity.
Okay.
That will happen the first meeting. But if you think like, this you want to participate, what I'm going to do as a next step is send you a contract
Okay.
which is very straightforward. It's a summary of this presentation, also letting you know how your data will be stored, like
Okay.
timelines and things like that. So very basic. If you could just sign and send it back to me, that'll just help me like secure students for your
Okay.
particular project. And then I'll send you a template where basically the project that you have up there, you infuse that project to our template just so it's similar to all the other ones. And then we kind of will connect for the next steps after that.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Awesome. Okay, any questions? Are we feeling good? Amazing. Okay, well, you know what? It's our first time so connecting with so international clients now. So you're our second international client that we're
I love
kind of like
that.
taking in. We have somebody from Jamaica this year that are is also signing. So this is like really exciting for us, and I'm looking forward to like really working with you. I think it'll be a great project for our students.
Can I ask you a question? Is it a
Yes.
time that you pull together all of the I guess the cohort, the partners, with the other partners at the end of the semester to say, hey, this is who everybody was, and hear your students and give some type of cohesive like impact statement of what's kind of what kind of happened.
Yeah, so we generally like showcase some of our projects to the bigger departments, so they'll get to
Okay.
see like what kind of different projects they get to work at. We also tell our units like all sorts of like different clients, and then we have a marketing team that specifically works to like give shout out to the industries that we've kind of worked with. So that's the kind of things we do at the end of the term.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well, this is
awesome.
excellent, and I'm excited
Yeah.
to be able to have international partner and
Yes.
projects. It's amazing
Yeah.
at this level for us to be able to do that. So have
Yeah, same for us. Yeah,
yeah,
so I think our your subject is very interesting and our students will definitely this is like a very real problem, so like
yeah.
they are definitely going to be getting a lot of experience from this.
Okay. Well, I
Awesome.
look
Well,
forward to the
I
contract, and we'll
yeah.
take it from there.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. And just email me anytime. I'll say I don't think I have your or maybe I do have your email address. I think I do. I might have emailed you. I'm just going to send you the contract there or would you want it on Ripen?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Whatever's easiest for you.
Okay, yeah, I might just like switch the conversation to email because I don't really use Ripen after I've spoken with the client. It's just
Okay.
it's more like an outsourcing tool for us. So
Okay.
send you the contract on the on that and just email or message me if you have any questions.
That sounds good.
Awesome. Have a great rest of your day. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye bye.